Hello, hello, Linda here from Barlates, Body Blitz and little Minnie in her box bed. Come and join me walking in place. We're going to be doing another chair workout today and we're going to be using a small ball. So if you don't have a small Pilates style ball, you can use a rolled up towel or something like that instead, or even just hold on to a light hand weight. So we're going to be walking in place and we're going to use the ball in our arms, but before we do that, we're going to get started just with walking without the ball. So I want you to have a really nice tall posture. Obviously, if you cannot use your legs, start with me, then just do the arm portion, which means that you really want to be using those arms as much as possible. So nice long neck, and really try to be dynamic in your movements here. It's up to you if you prefer to have a flat foot or if you like to walk on your tippy toes, which is what I like to do. We're going to do intervals of 40 seconds of work today with 10 seconds in between. Now I'm going to keep walking in place, and sometimes I will just show you the next exercise so you can keep walking in place while I show you. So we're going to pick up the ball, we're going to squeeze and do heels in front. So I really want you to press in on that ball, shoulders down and back, and come with me. So heels in front and squeeze your palms into the ball each time. Now, the pace of the music is pretty fast today. So I understand if you can't keep up with the beat, that's fine. Just challenge yourself. Now I want your shoulders down and back and really press in, almost like a little diamond shape with your arms. And if ever it gets too much to do both arms and legs, then just stop the legs for a bit, stop the arms for a bit. You do you, this is your workout, it's meant to be fun. 3, 2, 1, now you can take your break. I'm going to do a sweeping motion, keeping with those heels in front, twisting through the waist and pushing my palms in on that ball. Come with me. So keeping my heels in front, feeling my waistline getting involved, and big motions with those arms. Now I'm kind of switching my legs in midair, but you don't have to do that. You can kind of go like this, slow it down a bit. I like this smooth flowing action. Starting to feel a nice heat in those shoulders, so you're really pressing in. Press in, press in. Twisting through that waist. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Marching in place. We're going to go in front with that ball and just tapping our legs to the side. Minnie's doing some yoga here for us. So, are you ready? Push in front, still pressing in on the ball, and tap your toe to the side. I'm sitting right on the edge of my chair because I want to use my core as much as possible. But if that is not workable for you, then sit all the way back and be as supported as you need to be in order to accomplish this workout. Are you still pressing in on the ball? I know it's fast, guys, but if you're keeping up, you're getting a good cardio workout. Okay, we're going to slow it down. We're going to come overhead to the knee, up and to the knee. We're just staying on one side. If you can't do the lowers, just really crunch forward. So come with me. Okay, so I'm maintaining the squeeze on my ball the entire time and crunching. Crunching. So I'm trying to get my lower abs involved by lifting that leg with the lower abs, and then getting my upper abs involved by crunching forward, rounding through the spine, keeping my neck long, not hunching my shoulders to my ears. Deep breaths. Just a few more. If you need a longer break than the 10 seconds, you can definitely do that. We're going to do the other side. I'm just loosening everything up by walking in place during the 10-second rest. Now come with me. So I'm never fully putting my moving leg down. I'm just tapping my toe and coming straight back up. Squeezing in on that ball the entire time. Should really be feeling your biceps here as well as your shoulders. Blowing out all the air as you crunch forward. And if you can't get your ball to touch all the way down to your knee, that's fine. Maybe you're just here and just lifting your leg a tiny bit. That's fine. 2 and 1. Nice job. We're going to go out, out, in, out, out, in, pushing that ball overhead. Can you do it? If not, just keep your hands at your chest, out, out, in. So here, you don't have to push in quite as much because even just holding it lightly is still going to burn out those shoulders. Don't worry, we're going to do some bigger range of motion moves for the arms where we're just going to hold the ball with one hand at a time so that we give those shoulders a bit of a break. Okay, starting to breathe. Out, out, in. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go forward and forward. We're going to grab the ball and open and stretch. So you really want to stretch your chest through. Are you ready? So if you can, stretch your chest through. Big wide arms. So I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades together as you push your chest through. And if this is too much, just stay here. And you might even want to bring your arms lower, and that's fine too. A few more. Okay, marching in place. Now, if you can, we're going to bring it through and through, okay? Otherwise, maybe just do this if you can't do the leg portion. And depending on how fast you can go, you might be able to do it to the beat, but it's up to you. Like if this is too much, slow it down again. So I'm lightly crunching my chest towards my knee, and I'm grabbing that ball. I've got a trick for you as well. If your ball is very difficult to grab with one hand, let some air out of it. That's what I do, so I can really squish it in to my hand and it doesn't fall out. 2 and 1. Nice job. We're going to go forward, forward, back, back, maybe on tippy toes, and we're going to just twist through the waist, keeping the ball at waist height. Okay, otherwise you're just here, forward, forward, back, back, forward, forward, back, back. So you're not twisting the hips, keeping everything stable, and just pushing in on that ball, twisting through the waist. Feeling that waist working and pushing in on that ball. Keeping the arms lower means your shoulders get a bit of a break. But if you're really pushing in, almost like a diamond shape, you should feel your pec muscles working. Nice job. Okay, we're just going to march in place and up and front, up and front. So, are you ready? Push in on the ball, up and front. Can you really pick up those knees now? Fully extending the arms, pressing in on the ball. Deep breaths. Even if you're just doing your arms here, it's still a great cardio workout. Okay, so we're going to reach, center, reach, center. So I'm leaning, and if you want to use your other hand for support here on the chair. Now, up to you how fast you want to go. If you want to keep it slow like this, Or if you want to speed it up, maybe you can, maybe you can't, and it's fine if you're keeping it slow. So diagonal leg, diagonal arm, getting your waist involved. If you're not doing the legs, this is where you're at. For 3. Nice job. So we're going to do a front back with one side only. Tummies are in, sit up nice and tall. Squeezing that ball, front back, front back, front back. Now maybe you're going to do it a little bit higher. Front and back. So I'm sitting really upright here because the next one we're going to hinge it forward and it's going to feel quite a bit different. So you want to make sure your spine is straight here. Keep going. Your legs should be starting to burn. Feeling that hip flexor and that quad. And 1. Okay, we're going to come forward and do a tricep extension now if you want to hold onto the chair. So I'm hinging forward from my hips, back and in, back and in. If you want to, stay forward and do little ones. Little back and in. So if your ball is starting to fall out of your hand, even if you let air out of it, that's okay, just adjust. And if you want to use a hand weight here instead, you definitely can. It's probably tougher to use a hand weight, in fact. Ooh, my leg is getting really burny there. The hip flexor. Not much more. Flat back. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Amazing job. So we're going to do on the diagonal, pushing in, other side. Shoulders down and back. Ready? Up and down, heel and toe. Try and stay really upright here. The more you squeeze, the more you're using those arms. So, let's go. Try not to rest your leg down at all. Keep it just tapping, heel and toe. That's going to make a big difference in how much you feel the quad, the front of your thigh. Okay, so the next one, we're going to do that same move. You can either stay here and hold on if you need to, hinge forward lightly. Start with me here and then keeping everything nice and straight as you hinge from the hips. And then if you want to, stay hinged and do it much faster. Tummies are in. You can do it more upright, just bring your arm further back. Breathing. That burn is real in the front of this thigh. Come on. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Back to walking. We're going to go up, up, down, down. Let's just do an easier interval to get rid of that lactic acid. So up and up, down and down. If this is too much, just go up and down, up and down. Try to keep your tummy pulled in, and if you want to rotate through the waist a bit more, you can do that. Push in on that ball. Last one. Awesome job. We're going to stay on one side and we're going to do like a windmill up and down. Now, I need to move my chair actually. I'm going to hit my sofa. Go down and back up with your arms extended. You can go to your low point, even if it's much higher than mine, or you can try and lean all the way to the side. All the way to the side. So I'm trying to crunch my body completely sideways, not leaning forward or back, like a windmill. And down. Keeping everything else nice and still to make sure you're using your core. And last one, nice job. So we're going to do exactly the same thing to the other side. So ball in the other hand, arms wide, everything else anchors. You might want to widen your legs here, and maybe you're just going here. That's totally fine. Maybe you need to bend your arm. You can do that. All the way down. So this side is definitely tighter than the other side for me. So there's no way I can get my ball all the way to the floor unless I cheat and I start to lean forward, which I don't want to do. I want to stay completely upright and come to the side. Okay, we're going to go side, side, front, front. Side and side, front and front. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, side, side, front, front. So twisting through that waistline again. Press in on that ball. I want to see it changing shape. Now, if you're not someone that isn't completely immobilized in terms of not being able to exercise standing up at all, you could definitely add in a few standing segments and do this one, for example, standing, or even marching in place standing, and come back to seated when you're feeling it's a little bit too taxing. Okay, we're just gonna walk in place fast. Out, out, in, out, out, in. And we're just gonna use our hands pushing in on the ball, and maybe a tiny little bit of rotation. Out, out, in, out, out, in. If you're anchoring your feet because you can't use your legs, just come like this, a really short, sharp twist through the waist. Out, out, in. Or you're out, out, in. That's fine too. Out, out, in. Come on, push in on that ball. Two and one. Okay, we're going to do some arm work. So we're going to put that ball underneath and we're going to crunch and crunch with this underneath. You're really wedging it in. Now let's use the other arm for cardio. Come down and forward. Sweep the other arm back. You're squeezing this down so that you're feeling the back of your arm. As you wedge it in and squeeze, you should feel your tricep here. Squeeze. It's like a crunch with an arm squeeze. Wedging that in as tight as you can. 2 and 1, and we're doing that to the other side, and then we're done, people. How quick was this? So really wedge it in and make sure you're squeezing and holding the isometric hold here. So we're going to lean forward, lift the leg, use this other arm to swing past, get a bit of momentum, squeeze and lift, squeeze and lift. You can round through the spine a little bit as you crunch forward. And if you're not doing that, you're just going here without those legs. Come on, 10 seconds and you're done. Short and sharp workout using the ball to increase some arm work. And you're done. Amazing job. So you can see that just by adding some different equipment, like some light hand weights, a band, a ball, you can definitely start to work your body in a slightly different way, even if you're keeping the steps very simple. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again very soon for the next chair workout. Bye for now.